Hi there. Today is 24th of October. It's Saturday and it's day 29 on the allotment. I was here last Saturday and you saw me put the rhubarb in. I did actually come down on Sunday and my express intention was to carry on digging the bed out so that I could plant more of my onions. And so I got here, I got everything out the shed, I got ready, put my fork in the ground, and the heavens opened torrentially. It was persistently raining. So I didn't actually get that much done on Sunday. In fact, I didn't, apart from maybe putting my fork in the ground twice, I didn't get anything done at all. To begin with, I just sort of took cover in the container and saw that it wasn't going to stop, and so went to the pub for a bit. And there does get to a point when you've been in the pub for a while that you're not actually going to go anywhere else, and that's what happened. So that was Sunday, got completely washed out. So I'm back here today. It's quite early. It's before midday, so I'm going to put in a full day here now. I've just got here. There's also if you're seeing the news, that there's this sort of 25-year storm on the way. I remember the storms of 1987. Well, I remember the day after. I actually slept completely through it because nothing wakes me up. And the devastation was incredible. So I get the feeling that I should probably be preparing for the storm. But how do you prepare for a hurricane? I'm not quite sure sort of how you do that. I think I'm just going to make sure that everything is pushed down as much as possible, and come back after the storm and see what the devastation is, and put it all back the way that it should be. So anyway, let me turn the camera around and show you where we are today, because there's some quite nice things that have greeted me today. Let's start off with the broad beans. There were 14 that had come through last weekend. There's actually now 16 of them, and going along here, some of these are actually looking quite grown up already. Significantly better than my last set of broad beans that I tried to grow. They've got nice big leaves, really, a picture of health. So definitely with the storm coming, what I need to do is to get some cloches over these made of drinks bottles. So thank you to everybody that said that that was a good idea. It was nice to have that confirmed. There's a couple of them that haven't come through yet. There's a couple down there. I don't think it's that they won't come through. It's just that they're coming through at slightly different rates. So still waiting for those, and that's a lovely sight to greet me when I get here. Now down here, these are the, can you see those? These are the white onions, and they're starting to sprout. So that's really good news as well. It was definitely a good idea to put these white onions in, and I'm really happy. But what's even better is that some of my red onions are starting to sprout as well, over on this side, and so is the elephant garlic. I did suddenly get a bit concerned actually before I came down here, because I saw Jamie's video where he showed how to plant garlic, and he said, dig the hole, put your garlic in the hole and then cover it up. Whereas what I've done here is I've left the tops of the garlic sticking out, which is what I actually thought you were supposed to do. So I may have messed that up. I hope I haven't, but I may have done. And I'm wondering if what I should do is just actually earth them up and put some compost over the top of these garlics so that they are covered. This was the elephant garlic that I planted in the ground last week. Looking at how healthy my new broad beans are have made me realise what a sorry specimen this broad bean is, and so that's coming up as well. We're calling time on this. I'm not quite sure what happened, whether it was disease, whether it was a parasite, whether it was black fly, whatever it was, but this broad bean has seen its day, and I really should just put it out of its misery. I'm not even sure if I should put it on the compost heap or not. Same with these cabbages. If there is a heart on the bigger one, that'll be taken, but I'm going to be digging back here today. This is sort of how far I got last weekend, which is not very far. tall as I say. So we're going to carry on digging here, digging back, all the way back here, so that we can put some more onions, some more carrots, and some more garlic in. When I got here, actually, there was some more raspberries, which I've gradually been picking off. Been a nice sweet little breakfast treat. So they're doing well. I'm starting to wonder, actually, because I thought, based on what I'd seen, that these may be primer canes, but I can't help but notice that there's only raspberries on the very top of these canes, and it's possible that that is just the little bit of growth that we got, that was put in last year, but the rest of the growth of this year, none of it has actually got raspberries on. So I'm wondering, actually, if I'm completely wrong, and actually what these are fauna canes. Are raspberries meant to have fruit on all of it? I've only really seen it form on the very ends. I mean, there are buds here, lower down, but they're not raspberries, and they're not raspberries forming. So what I thought were primer canes possibly are not, and I guess that makes a difference as to what I do next. So they're still causing me to give them thought. I hope I do figure this out sooner or later. Well, sooner would be good. Of course, if anybody knows and can say, yeah, okay, that's definitely a primer cane, don't worry about it, raspberries only fall on the top bits, that would be really useful. And here is my rhubarb. Now, I can actually see, I don't know if you can see, let's get a bit closer. There's little buds of what looks like rhubarby colour there. I wasn't expecting to see anything on that until next year, but it looks as if there's a little blob of colour there. Colour into the actual possibly sort of branches coming out. So that's good to see, I think. Hopefully that means that he's seated properly and his happy plant is going to grow. So there we go. Now, other things I need to do, and whether I get them done today or tomorrow, I'm not sure, is to go round this plot with a strimmer and get the grass down, because it's all looking a bit shaggy. Some of the cardboard that has been suppressing the weeds is starting to break down now, so I need to get hold of some more cardboard. I definitely won't do that today, but I've got to add it to the list of things to do. And there's lots of weeding that I need to do. So definitely plenty to keep me occupied. Just as I've been talking, another rain cloud has come over. I hope that doesn't mean that it's going to absolutely pour it down again, because I really would like to get a full day in today. So I'm going to start and we'll see where we get to. Well, as you can see, we're in the container at the moment, and the reason is because it started raining and it's just getting heavier and heavier and heavier. So I've taken cover for a little while. And it's hard going out there today, actually, because the ground is very, very wet. It's very clumpy. Consequently, getting the weeds out and getting the couch grass out is quite torturous. I am getting there, but I'm not getting there at any sort of decent speed. It is going to take quite a while to do, and I just didn't fancy kneeling there in the rain whilst I was doing it. But one of the other things that has happened this week is that I received my currant bushes, which I ordered from a company called Spalding. I originally thought I'd ordered them from a different company, but it's Spalding. And they did a deal where they give you one white currant, one black currant, and one red currant. I haven't got them down here because I haven't got anywhere dug to put them in yet. So instead what I did is I put them in pots, very big pots, at home. So these are them, and you can have a look at those while it carries on raining. Well, here we've got my 3 currant bushes that arrived just as bare roots from Spalding, and it was a deal where you could get a black currant, a red currant and a white currant all mixed in together. I have to say that they came incredibly well packaged. The roots weren't dried out at all. I put them in a bucket of water for an hour just so that they became more pliable. Now, I don't have anywhere on the allotment that's cleared to put them in, so for now I've just put them in the largest pots I've got, and yeah, they seem quite happy in there at the moment. Over here on the right, that's the blackcurrant, and that is Titania. Then the red currant is Jonkers von Tiet. I've definitely not pronounced that right, but I'll put the name up. And then the white currant is White Pearl. So as soon as I've got more space cleared, and I mean I've nearly finished my second bed, then my third bed, and so then I'll clear a space up the top of the allotment, and that's where my currants are going to go. Well, I'm starting to lose the light now, and of course this is the last of our long days for the year. The clocks go back, and tomorrow will be much shorter. So, and it can obviously continue to get shorter, so it's all about getting down here in mornings now and making the most of the mornings, because increasingly the afternoon's going to go. Well, okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we have done. We've had a couple of interruptions by rain. Also the wind's blowing a lot, but I did get some things done. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you. And it may not look as if it's much, but this hole has been dug further back, much further back than it was, but it's also been dug really deeply. I've been pulling out couch grass, I've been pulling out 3 dock leaves, and you might see that sort of like more clay-coloured soil on top. Yeah, that's from a good 2 foot down where I've been pulling out the tap roots for the dock leaves. So it's been hard work, but I do think it's going to be worthwhile, because I am getting the couch grass out. Even though the soil is very, very clumpy, I'm not leaving the roots in there. So hopefully it's going to be a really good bed to grow things in. Fairly typically for me, it's gradually getting wider as I go along. It's wider than it is at that end. So, but that's no bad thing, because clearing the couch grass around it as well will also provide me with a better growing space. So that's it for day 29. I am going to certainly try to be here tomorrow, weather willing, so that I can do day 30 on the allotment. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.